push on this water. It's dropped away quite a bit since last weekend, but still a fair push. Still quite a bit above summer level. I'm going to try a couple of upstream casts here into this pool.
Well, hello, good to see you again, and I'm glad you've been able to join me for a bit more trout fishing. Well, March turns over into April and we've still got cold water and unpredictable conditions. I haven't really been able to get out on a proper sort of olive time midday to mid-afternoon session where there's a chance for a bit of sport with the dry fly or spiders or lightweight nymphs or anything like that, you know, proper fly fishing. So the streamers have really been the obvious choice. Well, the last days of March saw some stolen moments on my local stream, basically taking over from where the last video left off, and had some reasonable sport. Still quite hard work. And it's very nice and so handy for me to get out there. But I had to have a little bit of a ride out and fish a slightly larger river. So I had a drive down to the lovely Rossendale Valley and the sparkling River Irwell that runs through the middle of it. It developed a reputation maybe 10-20 years ago for some very large brown trout. I think they've been caught up to 9 pounds in the past, but it did have a problem with some pollution a few years back, which I'm not going to go into just now. It's maybe the subject of another issue. And here we are, the magnificent River Irwell in the heart of the Rossendale Valley. Absolutely pristine. This used to be a polluted river at one time. You can get that yellow wagtail over there. Well, now it runs clean and it's the home of some absolutely stunning brown trout. And I'm going to go with a streamer lure. It's quite late in the day. We're not going to get a hatcher fly and it's quite early in the year. The water's cold. Starting off with this pocket pool right in front of me and then working upstream onto the proper pools. Let's see how we go on in a couple of hours.
Just a couple of casts in this run here, and then look for the deeper water. No, a bit of a bump there, but it could have been the bottom.
It is showing a massive improvement, and there's the stocks are certainly returning. Lovely pools and runs and rapids, and generally just a lovely place to visit, the whole valley that is.
Oh, he's gone. That was a half decent fish.
I've also done a little bit of work on the fly tying bench and come up with my own version of the woolly bugger, which I call the stupid bugger. And it's basically a black woolly bugger, only with a brown hackle sort of worked into the palmering, so it does give it that sort of slightly grey, brown, black mottled effect. I've also got a sort of blob of pink dyed seal's fur at the head to give it a target point for the trout to home in on and hopefully hit. It's done quite well so far. Early days, but I think I'm onto something with it. I'm going to tie up a few different colours of the same design. Streamer fishing is known for producing big fish, but so far I think the nicest one I've had so far this year has been about a 13-incher. I suppose time will tell, and if I stick at it I'm sure to get a big fish sooner or later. As regards fishing on the Irwell, the only club I'm aware of with any fishing rights is Salford Friendly Anglers Association, which is a fine institution. Free subscription, it runs off donations basically, but their water is right down at the bottom end in Salford, and where I'm talking about is the Rossendale Valley from Rossendale down to Ramsbottom and below. So you only need a licence for the bits where you've got obvious public land to fish off. Obviously, you don't go on private property, areas that are fenced off or clearly state no fishing. But anywhere else you should be alright as long as you've got your Environment Agency licence. I might do a bit more on the history of the River Irwell on another issue.
Good job I've got a beefy 8-pound fluorocarbon tippet on. Oh! Something chasing it then. Didn't feel very big, but let's through it. Oh, again! Really savage yank. Good heavens. Oh, certainly dried on, but there we go. Brilliant. Oh, it's not a boat. I think. Not a big one, but I'll do us. It's a fish. It's a fish. At the end of the day, innit? There we go, trout. On the streamer. Again, not the 3-pounder I wanted, not even a pounder. But, yeah, lovely bonny fish. Look at that. Belting. Well, not too shabby so far. This woolly bug seems to be doing the business. Had one trout and lost another one. Not massive ones, maybe, I don't know, 3/4 of a pound or so, maybe possibly a pound the one before. But still got a chance of that 5-pounder yet, especially as the light starts drawing in. I'm certainly moving a few fish, so I'm doing something right. Oh! Little one. Fish that size aren't really supposed to be taking the streamer. But there we go. So I suppose that makes a brace, doesn't it? Not much bigger than the streamer itself. There's on the other side. One we only hit. Oh yes! The bigger we wanted. So, there we go. Stream. One more time. Ah, we're in. Oh, he's not that little. He's gone anyway. That's the same fish that's come several times, I think.
So I really hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please consider subscribing and give us a share or two and maybe the odd comment, and keep a bit of dialogue going. So next time, hopefully back on some of the traditional fly fishing with size 14s and 16s and 18s rather than these great big streamer flies. You never know. I'll see you again soon. Okay, take care. Bye.